Hello, greetings, my friends. I come to you today in a unipolar reality, in a vector of unconditional love. I come here to speak about the realities of spiritual realities and to say that the divine plan is perfect. You got to trust the divine plan for your own life and for for the whole process. For there is the human plans that do not always come in the right time, in the right place. Sometimes we make plans and they don't succeed. But the divine plan always works. So trust that all is in the works. Even on the higher planes of the universe, the higher we ascend, the more we understand this divine plan. But there is always mystery in relationship to it. Even on paradise, the beings of paradise understand the divine plan when it comes to time and space, the grand universe, the destiny of the super galaxies of time and space. But there is still a great deal of mystery when it comes to the transcendental outcomes that will come after that, and the destiny of the master universe. There's so much mystery and speculation from the paradise philosophers. For only the eternal Son and the infinite Spirit truly know the eternal plan of the universal Father. But for now, we need to trust that the divine plan has to come to the alignment with the source within us, and to know that for now we can relax, because about this political and earth change, it will come. Prepare yourself for a storm. The storm will come. But there's been a lot of whistleblowers that have been projecting all kinds of scenarios, but this is only smoke and mirror. It is just to amuse the gallery, while things are to occupy the mind of the people that were very impatient, to keep them busy. But now it's like everything's settling down. Relax. Think about yourself. Think about love, and trust the plans. For there's going to be a big storm. So the best way to prepare, for we do not know when or how. Let go of the need to know when or how those things will happen and how it will happen, but is to focus on peace, on joy, on inner light, to project the future you really want, the paradisical timeline. Because if the divine plan, what's going to be happening on the earth plane, was known, then people will talk about it, and then it would create obstacle in its realization. So the true plan will always remain secret. For Michael, the Archangel Michael, will always tell you that the spirituality is on the need to know basis. When you need to know something, it is revealed to you. So trust that the highest joy is really at work. And honor yourself for the path you have chosen. Honor the fact that you have you have infinite intelligence within you to guide your steps, and continue to move one breath at a time in this loving choose love with every breath. I'm going to pull a few cards with the Osho Tarot. I'm going to mix it well. Maybe different cards. For the French reading was very positive with those cards. Sometimes let us see. So the cards are different here, but they will still be positive. But all the cards are different. For the situation is trust. It's very much about trust. We have to trust. It is about trust. Trust. The more we trust, the more we can let go. And we talk about this surrendering, letting go. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's really what we need to do. What goes around the situation is exhaustion. We've been doing so much. We've been acting out so much in our mind and projecting all kinds of things, and we're getting exhausted from the principle. Relax, trust, let go of all that, and then the situation will be about the Fool, the freedom from fear. It's somebody who's like, with this flower, you can be able to be like a child, to enjoy life. What you see in the trust that all things things are gonna come. The victory of the light will be obvious this year, but it will not happen in the way that people have planned it. And right now there is a new vision. It is surrendering. It is the hangman. All the old is letting go. It's about letting go. And there's this new vision that is gonna be unfolding, and celebrations that will be unfolding before us. So prepare yourself for great celebration, for joy. Do not hold on to the past visions, for the past expectations, let's say, because we cultivate that love and light, but we let go of expectation because we trust. If you want a private session, do not hesitate to send me an email, by the way, and I thank you very much for your comments, your likes, your sharing, your subscriptions, and for your donations. They're very appreciated. And so, in the distant past is aloneness. We've been very much alone. It's like the hermit is to be able to enlighten your past, and you've been tested, but you've been true to yourself through the darkness, and you've been, even if you were not always very optimistic when you were going through this dark night of the soul, you remain true to your principles. So honor yourself for that. Honor yourself. God knows that. That even if we fail for a third and fourth dimension is a path that we chosen those dimensions in order to make mistakes. It is what it is all about, and learning from those mistakes, growing from those mistakes. So it is part of the process. To make mistake is human, to forgive is divine, and we have both human and divine aspect of ourselves. So learn from your mistake, otherwise they will repeat them. So once you correct a mistake, you learn from a mistake, you've corrected it, you will make new mistakes, but this is how you will learn and grow. So until we reach the fifth dimension, then we align with wisdom, and then there is no more mistakes. So in that sense, there will still be space for growth, but in a different way. Where we are now, the situation that is now is integration. We are integrating all of those aspects, all the things that it's like we're integrating. It's an integration process. What's coming in the near future is a comparison, is the bamboo and the oak. We are able to compare the states. We compare the situation to have this sense. So choose love always. Choose always love and light. It is for the true choice on the higher planes. There is only the free will is exerted, it's still there, but it's always exerted in a single way. It's the alignment with the Creator, the alignment with the Source, the alignment with the Presence, and the outcome is only one outcome: is the more alignment with the Source, more alignment with love, more alignment with the Creator. Our strength and power within the situation is friendliness. It's about love. It's about sharing. It's about communication of that love, to be able to have an exchange flow of grace and friendliness, to be friendly to life. What's coming to us from the outside, from the environment, is a beautiful relationship. It's called participation. It is completion. So it is like the world is coming to complement us, and so be in gratitude and be gentle with yourself and with others. What we feel in our inner emotion, our hopes and fear, it is the thunderbolt. So everything is being shaken up on the emotional level, but the emotion needs to be settled down into the peace state. It's very important, and to let go of the misery, to let go of the lack, to let go of the fear of losing, to let go of the limitation. And then we're going to find the lovers, the pure exchange of love, soulmates, very, very powerful. And the outcome of that process is going to be beyond illusions, the new beginning. It's about the ability to look beyond the illusions of the third and fourth dimension into the realm of the soul, to let go of the old world, to move into a new world of light and love. Let us pray that every being know peace in their heart, that they know happiness, that they know joy, that they know true freedom. Let us envision a world where all will be free, because it is through the catalyzation of those kind of thoughts that the energy field is being affected and the change are becoming possible. Every thought you have influences the whole universe. It is very difficult to grasp that everything is connected, everything is one. So you are the key maker, the change maker here in this process. And so there is always a higher truth that is available as well. Whatever we know, there is always a higher truth that will come to enlighten, to elevate us. For on the higher planes, the grace of God dominates, the grace, power, and love of God dominates the cosmos. God does not necessarily rule in the heart of everyone, for there is free will, but He rules over every whole. He rules over every collective. He coordinates the whole evolution of the whole universe of universes through grace, wisdom, love. And for grace and miracle has to be the choice of it's a natural path. So choose love with every breath, one breath at a time. It's like one breath is enough to discover love. One breath is enough to connect to divinity. Breath is something very precious. There was a teacher named Maharaji, still around, and hopefully he's a wonderful person. I'm a premier. I followed one of them decades ago. I received this teaching, the knowledge, teach meditation, and in one of his conference, he was explaining that we are all truly wealthy already. For what is wealth? is to have something precious in abundance. For if you have something precious but you don't have much of it, you're not wealthy. But if you have an abundance of something that has no value, you're not wealthy either. But if you have something precious and you have an abundance of it, it makes you wealthy. And the breath is something very precious and you have an abundance of it. So the Buddha also explained that the whole human life is included within an expiration and an inspiration. Everything holds within that. So every breath is precious. Work one breath at a time to connect to the source, and understand that you were created by a perfect creator. You are perfect. Your role is perfect. The perfect actors will come. There will be a perfect ending to the show. For do not doubt this divine plan at all, and hold on to the perfect vision of the future you really want. For that, we need to get free of the negative, the lower astral influences and the middle astral influences. The lower astral influences are those who are cultivating fear, doubts, anger, depression, sorrow within our energy field. They're drawing energy from us. So those are easily to identify, and so we can free ourselves of that. When we identify them, we starve them, and before we use love, we send them love instead. When you have a fear, it's like there is an entity that's coming to draw fear from you. If you breathe and you send love through your intention to that beings, and it's like, they were like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't want that. I'm sorry, I'll stay away. And it's like too powerful for me. And maybe they'll take it as well, or light. But we also want to free ourselves from the middle astral beings, which are it's more subtle because they're feeding on things that seems harmless to us, like gossip and criticizing and all kinds of addictions and media, social medias and television and all those things. So you can use that, but do not become prey or addict to that. And it is about having the power to exit the comfort zone, to get in the uncomfort zone, but to know that this is leading you to a greater comfort zone where it is so much more comfortable for the higher self. And God are always wanting our freedom and our liberation, even if sometimes it contradicts our ego perception or our physical conception. And so it is not easy to let go. It is not easy to let go because when we do not like something, we're pushing against it. If you cannot love the dark part of yourself, your mistakes, your shadow, your all those many parts of yourself, the limitation and all those things, you are pushing against a part of yourself. So it's about loving those parts and in order to move with the flow, to dance with the universe. The same thing when we see something on the internet that looks so much like dark and controlling and tyrannical, and we push against it. We're not in the flow. So be contemplative, send your light and love, and trust the process. And so we learn to flow with the flow because I was already noted that this one choice, this is alignment with source. This is the only choice, and the only outcome is the alignment with source. And so for some people, it's a very complicated process to say, well, if I fail in my spiritual evolution, it's because the process was too complicated, I'm not on the level. But when I tell you that it is about the truth, the breathing the truth, breathing the love, letting go, nobody can really fail at that. So it's just, but it's a training, letting go of the mental control, the duality, the separation, to move into true consciousness of love and unipolar and inclusion. For the outcome will be the mastery of ourselves, and moving into the presence. This is really where our God self is taking us all, and so we're moving we really are moving forward. For the highest wisdom for today is a step ahead. Really a step ahead. Once you tune into your inner self and love and light and your wisdom, and you continue to ask for that and continue to ask for more alignment, you're really a step ahead. For the storm will be coming, and so you want to be prepared. What we need to understand is the equitable being. Is to be fair. Is to be just. It's not to have the right balance into things. To be fair. What we need to do is the crossroads. There is a crossroads. There is so many people. There are beings that are going to cross our path. They're the perfect people. We're going to complement each other. There is the right direction is going to be taken, and the outcome is the orphan. It's like we've been left alone in the. We're gonna feel that we are separating ourselves from the old world, from all that is comfortable in familiar in 3D. But we're moving into this new world of light. So as soon as we do that, because otherwise we're gonna turn around, we're gonna turn in circle. We're gonna go in circle as long as necessary. So the key is gonna be to remain flexible. In order to navigate that process, it is important to remain flexible and focus on the on keeping your thoughts, your intentions into the highest possibility. For we are preparing to enter this fourth dimension, to prepare yourself to that this year may be the best year of your life. For we already member of the Galactic Federation of Free World. For Galactic Federation of Light. For me, I know that for decades, and I've had access to all kinds of resources and ships and so on. Not to say that I don't have to deal with some of my human aspects and shadows and things at time, but everybody's going through that as well. But you already consider yourself a member, and then you know that you already have the support system. You already have access to those resources. You already have access to the ships and so on. And so this is like this alliance with Sirius, Pleiades, Arcturus, and Antares is this great alliance of beings that are here in support of you. And so we really have to enter, we have to let go of the old world in order to move into this world of love and light. And so because as 3D and 4D beings, like I said, it's about making mistakes and learning from them. But in the 3 and 4D, we have a lot of self-judgment in relationship to ourselves and blaming others for what is going on. We're in fifth dimension, we regain control of ourselves. We let go of judgment, self-judgment, and blaming others, and we align with wisdom. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. There's great celebration that are coming up, so prepare yourself for that as well. For the storms will be coming, but if you wait for the storm in a very beautiful, very safe and comfortable place, it is better than to be out in the. So just go back to the center. The center is like the storm, in the hurricanes. There is a center where all is calm within. Always go back to center, no matter what. When you catch yourself on the outskirts, just return to center many times every day. Focus on love, call on love, joy, call on the archangels and the masters and your creator. So I'm going to sing a song to finish. Hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to sing this song. It's called One. It's an old song. It goes like this. Is it getting better? Or do you feel the same? Will it make it easier on you now? You got someone to blame. You say one love, one life, when it's one need in the night. One love, we get to share it. Oh, it leaves you, baby, if you don't care for it. Did I disappoint you or leave a bad taste in your mouth? You act like you never had love, and you want me to go without. Well, it's too late tonight to drag the past out into the light. We are one, but we're not the same. We get to carry each other one. Have you come here for forgiveness? Have you come to raise the dead? Have you come here to play Jesus to the lepers in your head? Did I ask too much? More than a lot? You gave me nothing, now it's all I've got. We are one, but we are not the same. We hurt each other, then we do it again. You say, love is a temple, love a higher low. Love is a temple, love the higher low. You ask me to enter, but then you make me crawl. I can't be holding on to what you got when all you got is hurt. One love, one blood, one life. You got to do what you should. One life with each other, sisters, brothers. One life but we're not the same. We get to carry each other. One song, I think it was U2 sang that. Many people sang it as well, but written, I think, by U2. Powerful song. For it is very much, we want to come together with this romantic potential, but we have to find this wholeness within ourselves in order to attract the right partner. Otherwise, we move into this codependency. And the card of the day, in the French reading, it was to call on the Archangel Raphael, the beautiful Archangel Raphael that works with the green ray, the emerald green ray of healing. But we also want to call today the Archangel Metatron. It's about trust in yourself. Believe in yourself, trust your heart, do what brings you joy. So it's very much about this freedom of fear, this ability to enjoy life, and the good life is about to return. So just prepare yourself for that. Thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.